Hi there everyone. Today we're going to be looking at how you can use the Windows Media Player to play video clips inside a PowerPoint presentation. The reason that you'd want to do this is by using the Windows Media Player you are able to play longer and higher quality video clips inside your presentation without getting playback issues, the black screen with only audio. And it also allows you to play back more than just the default Windows file types that PowerPoint can handle. So this is particularly helpful if you download a MP4, such as like a YouTube clip or something like that. So what we'll do is we'll get right into it. I have PowerPoint open, and the first thing you need to make sure you have is the Developer tab. In order to add the Developer tab, you would go to your File. You would click on Options. Under Options, we are going to customize the ribbon, and we're going to make sure that we have selected the Developer tab. The Developer tab is where Microsoft hides all the good stuff. Particularly if you're in Excel, there's a lot of neat little features in there that you can use, and you just have to turn that on. So we're going to click the box for Developer, we're going to hit OK. And now we have a Developer tab at the top of our ribbon. What we're going to do is use the Developer tab to add a control for Microsoft Media Player. So I've clicked onto a blank slide where I want my video to go. I make sure I'm in Developer tab, and I'm going to click on the More Controls. It looks like two tools. I'm in the slightly newer version of PowerPoint. If you're using the version at school, the two tools are crisscrossed, but in the end it will take you to the same place. This is going to open up a control window. And these are all the different things that Microsoft has provided to you that you can embed into PowerPoint. So there's all sorts of neat things in here, but we're going to scroll all the way to the end and select Windows Media Player and hit OK. So now I can draw out a box, and if you notice, that box is the movie playback window. Doesn't really matter what size you make it now, because in the future we're going to select a couple of options that will change how this is displayed on the screen anyway. So once I have my box drawn, you can right click and select Properties, or you can choose Properties from the ribbon. The property sheet now gives you some of the options that we can change. We can select if we want it to play back full size, if we want it to be windowless. That's usually helpful if you're doing like a kiosk type presentation at a science fair, for example, and you only want a frameless window to play, and then every so many seconds you want it to switch to a slide, maybe with the title and the person, and then kick back over to the video. So you might want to use that there. But in Classroom, that's not really as important. So we're going to go up to Custom. If we click on Custom, we get the ellipsis here, the three dots. If you select those three dots, you now have the ability to browse for the video that you wish to embed into your PowerPoint. Okay, so let's just select a clip here of Usain Bolt running. I want the video to play back with all the full controls. The full controls are pause, play, volume. Again, depending on the length of your clip, you may want to be able to pause in the middle of it, speak to the class, and then go back to playing. I like my videos to auto start, stretch to fit, and play back full screen. Basically that way, when I use my wireless presentation controller, I click to the slide, the video automatically fires up, plays full screen, and then when it finishes, it stops, and I can click on to the next slide as I'm ready. So I've selected all those options. I'm going to hit OK. It has now filled out that information for me, and we should be ready to go. So we see it would play back during class and then continue on, talk about muscle, lactic acid ferment, oxygen utilization. So using this technique of embedding with Windows Media Player allows us to play much higher quality, much longer videos. You could embed a 60-minute video into a presentation if you wished, and it gives you greater control of how it will play back. So hopefully this is helpful to you. One caveat is make sure that the video and the PowerPoint are saved into a folder that you have access to. So if you're doing this at home or working on a different computer than you're going to play back on, make sure that the video and the PowerPoint file are saved into the same folder, because if you have the video saved on your school network drive and then you try to play back this presentation over at UConn Stanford, you're not going to have access to that network file. So make sure both files are in the same place. Easiest way to do that is save them both on a flash drive or use the cloud. So something like Copy, Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive. But as I mentioned in the PDF that accompanies this video, that's for another video. So happy video playing, and if you have any comments, questions, something that inspired you and you'd like me to cover, feel free to drop me an email or stop by the 300s and let me know.